Love is the entire existence of life. Love. Love. It starts there. You know why? Because the minute our souls touch down on this earth, you don't know in the beginning, but when we touch down, it's supposed to be about love. And not just any kind of love. All kinds of love. But mainly self-love. That is the main one we're going to need to get through this life on this earth. Self-love. It's going to get us through those nights of loneliness, okay? Because now you're not going to be sitting there feeling guilty or unworthy. Now you're going to be sitting there in joy with your big bucket of ice cream and whatever else, and Netflix and Hulu, and having a good time with your music and dancing and trying on all your cute clothes, and you know what I mean? Like, you have fun however you have a good time, okay? But love, without love, you wouldn't be able to even enjoy that moment fully. Without love, you can't go out into this world and create more love. If you aren't love, because if you aren't loving yourself first and putting yourself first by keeping yourself away from toxic people and energies and places and things, if you were putting yourself first and loving you more, and as much time and effort as we put into going to work every day, that's not really what matters. Our soul matters. I'm not saying not to work, but you can't just focus on the paycheck, because that paycheck is not going to pay your way. It's not going to pay for your joy. And if you think that any piece of furniture, any amount of cash, any kind of jewelry, any kind of car, any kind of flat screen TV, if you think any of this, any kind of clothes or shoes is going to be the label of who you are, then that is not self-love. You're missing the whole point. If you didn't have these things, would you still feel like you were worthy? Would you still feel like you were worth enough? I shop at the Goodwill, okay, Ross, TJ. Look, I don't need to spend that much just to look good, okay? And all of that material stuff, it don't even matter anyway. I mean, it's nice to have, I will say, okay? I'm not going to just say it's not, but that's not the point. That's only for this life. If you're living this life with all of these things, then what's going on with your soul? What about your soul work? You gotta feed your soul. Just like you feed your belly every single day, you literally have to feed your soul. If you're ready for some change in your life, you gotta really be ready. If this is how you know that you're ready for this change. When you're ready to say, I don't have any fear of what's going to happen in my life. Even though I don't know the future of it, I don't have any fear. Even though that thing happened to me in the past, I don't have any fear. I'm not going to let those things that already happened, those labels and things that I told myself and that other people told me, and reasons and that I've held myself back, like, no more of that. It's time for you to just say, okay, it's time to live. And this is how you start, by self-loving, okay? Self-love is the key, I'm telling you. That self-love is where you will find that joy. How do you get it? By having respect for yourself, for example. If the things that are around you in your life, if the things that you're holding on to in your life are not affecting you in the most highest positive way in regards to you and your life journey, if you are actively trying to eliminate the negative things out of your life, not trying but eliminating them, you don't keep trying, because then you keep slowing yourself down and now you're just stuck in a cycle. You don't keep trying. You let other people take care of their own souls, and you just show them love and you help give them guidance while you are there. But you don't need to just stick around forever. You got to know when it's time to go, because you got to save your energy. You've been giving it out too much to your job, to everybody else but you. And while I say that love is a precious thing, and I'm glad that you are giving love to people in your family, that's great, and your friends, that's great. Don't stop. But the thing is, the focus needs to be on you. Sometimes you can lose focus, so much focus that you fed everybody else but yourself. You filled everybody else's cup but your own. And you were fully capable of filling your own cup. But now you don't have enough energy because you gave it to everybody else. You gave it to everybody else. Imagine how much more lifted you would be if you poured all of that tender love and care and energy and trying to I don't know if any women have ever tried to convince a man to be with them. I mean, I haven't really done that, but I wanted someone to be with me, and that's just not how it works, you know. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be, you know. But in the meantime, you gotta work on yourself, because if you're not, you're just holding yourself back. And that's one way that I know I struggled with in the past, holding myself back by focusing on everything and everybody else around me and pouring into them, making sure they were okay. And that's great and everything, but you can't keep on picking up on every single phone call if there's 30,000 people wanting your attention. If there's 5 people wanting your attention consistently, want to video chat, want to text all the time, want to know what you're doing when you're getting off of work, like, you really need to make sure you set time specifically for you, or you will struggle getting through this as quickly as you want to get through this. This is you in your life, and this is you in your soul. And right now, it's time to start loving you for real, okay? Your soul needs you. Why are you so disconnected from it? It's your soul. Don't be afraid. That soul is that thing. It's attached to that spark inside of you. And that spark inside of you, that is that thing that you love doing in life. Whatever it is, the thing that you are naturally talented at, whatever it may look like, that spark, that is the reason for life right here. So you can take that spark and you can ignite it, and you can ignite yourself, and here now you are on fire, and can't nobody stop you. And you know what, the best energies are all the positive ones. Guys, y'all remember math class? Negatives and positives? Like, what is a negative and a positive ultimately end up being together? It comes out as a negative, right? So, like, guys, if we had 2 positives instead, I'm just saying, like, it's really simple. Like, it sounds just simple, but seriously, the power of God, okay? For example, let's use him, okay? Ain't nothing more powerful than him. No, nothing. The devil is powerful, but it's only because people are attracted to the things that you can easily get tricked with. And sometimes being tricked is easier, and being not right is easier, and not loving yourself is easier. For some reason, I don't understand that. But God is more powerful than anything in this world. That's why he is your source. He's there. He is a free source. You don't have to go to nobody else on this earth. But you know what? God is going to understand you. You know why? Because he's there. God in your life. You may not see him, probably because you may not talk to him enough. Who knows? But it's okay. But we don't see him. We don't see air. But we know it's there. I'm just saying, he's the source, and he will help guide you. You are really not alone in any of this. And even though you have never seen the kind of guidance that I'm doing my best to describe, but everybody's guidance is completely different. Their journey is different. And you know what? What is a part of that guidance? Lessons that has to be learned in order to advance you to where your soul is really calling out for it to be. Take some time, take a moment to just listen. Don't just listen with your ears. Listen to yourself. Listen to the trees blowing in the wind. Listen to everything that you can around you. Just sit still in peace and think of every little blessing that you can think of, because you are blessed. And in moments where you are not, in order to be your highest self, sometimes you really have, all the time, in those moments of darkness, you have to say, but I have this, but I have a life, but I have a home, but I have a couch to sleep on, but I have shoes, but I have love. You know what I mean? You have to look around you. Just open your eyes. There's got to be something around you that you can be grateful for. As long as you are living and alive, you should be grateful for your life, because that is nothing but a chance to walk around and let your soul be beautiful and affect other people with love. However your soul needs to do it. I don't know what your gifts are or what your talents are, but man, your spark, don't let it die out. Ain't no point of letting it die out living this life. What is the point of living this life if you don't ignite your fire? It's already lit. It never dies. It never dies. Ever. It's a part of you and who you are and your soul and your spirit. It never dies. You are so much like God that He gives you what you need. He gives you that light and that spark inside of you already. You are powerful enough to wake yourself up. You ever heard of people being awakened? It happens all the time. And they're so much better than their old selves. They wake up and see different things happen that wakes you up, and like with numbers even. You know, you just see the same number over and over again. You've seen that before? Yeah. In so many ways, you are awakened. You just have to open your eyes, and you just really have to want it at the end of the day. That too. You have to want it, guys, okay? You cannot run from this thing and then low-key want it on the inside, because it's very contradicting. Like, you either want it or you don't. Like, I know you have to work hard for it. I know it's not easy. I know you will cry, spend nights feeling like you can't do it anymore, but that is a part of life. You're never supposed to be sitting here on life, on earth, just everything perfect all the time. It wouldn't be life. This is where you conquer life. Just like you conquer going to work every day for your job and clocking in and then clocking out at the end of the day, and you went there and you did your job and you made your money, right? Conquer the things that you need to conquer for your soul, because all that money stuff is just not even gonna matter then. It's just gonna come in, because now you're in a place, you've elevated your mind spiritually, your soul, and you're genuine and you're loving and you're talking positive to yourself daily, all day long, like, and you're making sure you're keeping your spirits up. You're not counting the negative things that go wrong in your day, and you're just saying on to the next, like, I can handle this. Winner. That is how we win on this earth. Come on, y'all. Self-love. That's why I was telling you. Self-love is literally like, guys, seriously, okay? It will make you feel so much better, all right? I would say, like, maybe like 2 years ago, I really did think that I had self-love, but I just had the idea of self-love. I just wanted to tell myself, I guess, that I had self-love. Well, I really did think that it was self-love, but it wasn't. Self-love is when you protect yourself from the toxic things too. You can't be halfway in and out. That ain't self-love. Either you gonna love me or you won't. Which one is it? Right? Don't you say that to people? Like, which one is it? You love me or you don't? You know, you don't want anybody to be confused about you, so don't be confused about yourself. Definitely don't be confused about yourself. You can be confused about anybody else, but don't be confused about yourself, baby, because you're standing ground. You stand upright. When you walk chin up, you own that body and that soul that you have. And walk proud, because you are the creator of your life on this earth right now. And it's more powerful than you think. God works with you. It's hard work. Hard work. You think working in the warehouse, or, you know, the jobs that people do, you know, you think that's hard. Engineering, you know, all of these kinds of jobs, nursing. Yeah, you think that's hard? It is. It is. It definitely is. But when it comes to healing your soul and awakening and being open to the new changes in your life, when you finally are open to allowing these positive things to take place in your life, things shift for you naturally, because we're living in that kind of universe. God is amazing. Everything that we have in front of us, the air that we breathe, it's set up to where we can win. This is our earth. God made it for us. And we're the most intelligent of them all. And we have souls. Take the soul out of the body, and what is it? What is the body? Nothing, right? Just matter. Your soul. It's important, so don't forget about it, okay? So, thank you so much for listening to my whole spiel and whatnot. I always have something to say. So, with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. And I hope that this message was well for you. I really pray that you can receive it. If it is meant for you, then you will understand. If it is not meant for you, then that is okay. You know, there's people out there for everybody, and we're here to help each other out anyway. So, thank you for listening. And I hope to see you back here again next time. Later.